Hey Metro Phoenix, this is Mike Zahn with Live Local Real Estate here at eXp, and this is your June market update for Metro Phoenix. It's happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, but we'll talk about that at the end of this video. This is part of my monthly series on the Phoenix housing market, and if you're in the market to buy, sell, or even invest, then you need to watch this video to know what you need to know. So without further delay, let's begin. Well, this was a surprise. The available homes in inventory actually rose in June after declining for several months straight, actually longer than that. We now have 12,377 homes on the market, which is up from 12,172 homes in May. That's a 1.6% increase. So before we go dancing in the streets screaming, "Woo, there's more homes for sale on the market," we need to put that in perspective. So for those of you that watched my channel before, you know that the normal level of homes in the Phoenix market is about 23,000 plus. So even though we've risen to almost 12,400 homes on the market, that is still barely half of what we normally have. With interest rates up, people are just not putting their homes on the market to move to a new home unless there's a really good reason to give up that 3% interest rate they have. This is a situation that I expect will continue until interest rates drop into, say, the 4% range, and that's likely going to be quite a while from now. I don't see it happening soon. So next, let's look at pending homes for sale. Again, a bit of a surprise, but when you think about it, it really could be expected. In June, there were 8,885 homes pending for sale. That's down from 9,978 homes in May, an almost 12% decrease in the number of homes under contract. Is the sky falling? Is the housing market crashing? Do I need to be worried? No, and no. Yes, sales are down 12% between May and June. But what else happened between May and June? That's right. Interest rates rose from 6% to over 7% at one point. Given that, do you think people will buy fewer homes? Of course. Again, is the market going to crash? Of course not. Yes, it may crash if interest rates rise above 7% and stay there, but that's not likely to happen. Most economists are projecting interest rates to fall throughout the rest of the year and into next year. They've actually already dropped back into the 6% range, and they will slowly work their way down into the 5% range towards the end of this year, in my opinion. We may even get below 5% sometime in 2024, but I'm not ready to predict that with any certainty yet. In any case, what we've seen is a predictable drop in sales from a temporary rise in the interest rate. I project that the number of sales will increase somewhat again in our July report and start that uptrend again. So you ask, what's happening with the days on the market? The number of days on the market continues to decline as I predicted last month and the month before. We're down to 64 days on the market versus 73 days in May. This means that despite a slightly higher inventory of homes and a noticeable drop in pending sales, it is still a seller's market. Homes are selling reasonably fast and within a reasonable amount of time, which, the sellers would expect. If you're looking to buy a home that's a good deal, you should be looking in Buckeye, Maricopa, Whitman, the outlying suburbs and places like that outside of the Metro Phoenix area. Those homes have the best values and the most cooperative sellers, shall we say. More of a buyer's market in those areas. And speaking of cooperative sellers are still giving price concessions when selling their home, so even though it's a seller's market, don't give up if you need those. Approximately a third of the sellers are giving concessions to help buyers pay for their closing costs. However, fewer than half of them are willing to drop the price and give those concessions. So you may have to decide what you want most. The point is, sellers are still eager enough to sell their homes that they are willing to make these concessions to buyers. So if you need them, ask. If you don't need them, ask for a lower price. Asking for either of these things, however, does raise your risk that the seller will get a better offer while the two of you are negotiating and maybe accept that other offer. If that happens, well, it's just a risk you take by entering into negotiations instead of, say, offering a full price for the home. Yes, I've seen that happen. And now, the part that you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Prices. What is happening with the Phoenix prices? Well, remember at the beginning of this video, I said it happened again and again and again. And again and again? Well, that's right. It happened in December. It happened in January, in February, in March, in April, and now again in May. The median price of a home rose again, this time from $499,900 last month to $525,000 this month. That's a record increase over the past 6 months, and is simply a factor of there being too few homes on the marketplace and the resulting competition for those homes that brings. So for those of you that are waiting for prices to come down, exactly how much pain are you willing to take? We now have 6 straight months of price increases that brought the median price of a home from $460,000 in December to $525,000 this month, and interest rates have not come down. It seems that the longer you wait, the more it's costing you. I don't know how else to put it. If you need to buy a new home or move, do not wait. In my opinion, that will only cost you money and time. So if you like this kind of information, you found a home. We post new information weekly, and we post these monthly market reports every month as well. If you have any questions on what you've heard or seen, post them in the comments section down below, and I will get back to you. And if you have any questions about listing or buying a home, book a call with me in my Calendly link down below. You can pick a time and a date that's good for you, and I promise, I'm a pretty easy guy to talk to. Otherwise, find the latest homes for sale on the market by going to our website right here at www.metrophoenixliving.com. It's the best search site in the Valley that we update every 5 minutes with the latest listings for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.